You're here because you have two questions. First, what's Ascend Erie like? And second, how do I get better at dinos? Let's just focus on the first one, shall we?
Let's freaking go!
Hi, hello everyone, and welcome back to Court Climbs. Today we are at the Ascend Erie location. I have my friends Sophia, Colin, Lucas, and of course Jed and myself. So stick around, and at the end of our session, we will give you our opinions of this location. There are two floors to this gym. The upstairs floor is home to the bouldering area, as well as a large fitness area. The downstairs floor is the rope section. For this session, we mostly hung out in the bouldering area. We started with this green climb that was in the V2 to V4 grade range. We found the setting to be really engaging and fun. There were a variety of different setting styles ranging from crimpy, bouncy problems, all the way to more dynamic style boulders. For example, this dynamic blue problem.
I got the bedrooms in my depot. I got a patio in my depot. Yeah, I got a gazebo in my depot. I got the front lawn. I got it in my
One thing I noticed is that a lot of the problems traverse either to the left or right instead of just going more or less straight up the wall. This orange that Lucas climbed was one of those problems that looked easier than it actually is. So we had to pay for parking. You could either pay with an app on your phone that was very complicated, or you can pay with quarters. And we just found a quarter, so this is very valuable. Something I really like is when setters forced you to test a specific move or skill. In this pink problem, it was a combination of heel hooking, being able to mantle, having enough flexibility to use a small foot chip on the left, and finally, balancing well enough to get both hands on the finish hold. Although I'm not showing my failed attempts, it took me a few tries to get this one right all the way through. It was definitely my favorite problem that I climbed in this session. Up next, the coordination station. I like when gyms do stuff like this. I've always been more of a static climber, and I find that sometimes when coordination moves are set in a climb, they aren't with a beginner for that particular style in mind. There were 7 different coordination style climbs that eased you into the style slowly but surely. Most of these climbs were sideways dynos with the volumes as feet, but number 5 was just a straight up run and jump. We made pretty light work of climbs 1 through 5, but 6 slowed us down a bit. The finishing holds for number 6 were pretty slopey, and they required you to really shift your body weight towards the left to use them in the most effective way possible, which was difficult when your momentum was pulling you out and away from the wall. It was time to brush the holds. That always does a trick, right?
Go. Huge brush. Huge brush. Let's go.
That was good. Okay, now we gotta get 7.
Climb 7 was way trickier than 6 because you not only had to grab the hold, but you also had to coordinate your right foot onto a slanted hold way out right at the same exact time. Around the corner from the coordination station, Lucas tried this purple problem that started in a left heel hook, but really, it was more like a left leg hook, because getting your entire calf on the hold was pretty much the key to starting the problem. This green problem that Jed climbed started on the left side of the overhang and worked its way across these stupid slopey pocket type holds before finishing out with a few good crimps and even some jugs up towards the very top. One great thing about Ascend Erie is that it didn't seem very crowded at all, even though we went on a weekend. This probably will change over time, but it was a nice perk this time around.
If you accidentally picked up a chalk at ICB the other day that was way fuller than this one, you stole my man Lucas's chalk. If you would like to report yourself, you can leave a comment below.
I don't leave my chalk this dirty.
In between the top floor and bottom floor of Ascend Erie, there's a big glass window, so if you're bouldering, you can watch rope climbers down below. Next up, this orange problem was a delight to climb once you figured out a cheeky little knee bar was the secret to getting up and around the corner. All day, the music had been bumping, and Jed saw on the TV screen that you can control it using an app. When we went to read more, that particular slide went away, and we spent a solid 10 minutes waiting for it to reappear. Finally, I said, if it doesn't come back in the next 10 slides, I'm giving up. And then exactly 10 slides later, it reappeared. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Jed, that is luck. It's a wink.
As much as I would absolutely love to blast Beverly Hills by Weezer in this video, using music is a tricky thing here on good old YouTube. Sometimes artists let you pay for you to use their songs, which is awesome, and a big part of the reason why I'd like to take the time it takes me to climb this ridiculous zigzaggy pink slab problem to talk a little bit about Patreon. Patreon is a way for you to support Court Climbs and help me make cooler videos, which, yes, includes things like music. When you sign up, I'll send you a Court Climb sticker to say thank you. I will also yell thank you out loud, but there's a good chance you might not hear it depending on where you live. Anyways, you can find the link in the description below if you're interested. So what are our overall thoughts about Ascend Erie?
These are definitely the tallest walls we've been on in a while. The holds are so new, like you can literally feel like you're the first person to ever touch them. Very big and open, and I think I could almost squat if I could fit it every weight they have in their weight room onto one bar. I'd be real close.
What do you think about the bouldering compared to like Ascend, Point Breeze?
Their walls aren't very tall for the bouldering, so I noticed a lot of really scrunchy starts. I'd be interested to know if that matches. There's some outdoor bouldering around here though, if that like matches the style. And my least favorite thing about it, parking, because we're probably getting ticketed right now.
Can you tell me your thoughts about this gym?
Well, The wall's high, so you have to have a lot of stamina to get up to the top. There's no parking, I noticed. The music's bumping. The bouldering wall is kind of low, but they have really good sets, I think.
Good gym. Bouldering grades I thought were kind of soft, but you can play your own music, which is nice. And this is the highest wall I've ever climbed, so it's getting that out of my system, getting the nerves out of my system.
As always, thank you so much for watching and stay hyped.